We've got Supermicro.
So Supermicro
Supermicro Computer, ticker SMCI, is one of the most exciting yet controversial stocks out there, with fraud allegations of financial delays and a stock price that's been all over the place. You might be wondering, is SMCI a sinking ship or a hidden gem ready to 3X? In this video, we're going to break down why Supermicro's stock could be one of the biggest opportunities in the AI sector for 2025, despite all the noise. And trust me, you're going to want to see how all the pieces come together here. First, let's address the elephant in the room, the fraud allegations. What if I told you these fraud allegations were not what they seemed, and that instead of spelling disaster, they might be laying the groundwork for a comeback story? SMCI has faced intense scrutiny over recent months, particularly around related party transactions involving the CEO's family. Concerns were raised about potential manipulation of the financials, which led to delayed filings and, naturally, a lot of investors getting spooked. As if that wasn't enough, their auditor even resigned, which piled onto the uncertainty. But here's where things get interesting. After a 3-month investigation led by an independent special committee, the findings show that there was no evidence of fraud or misconduct by the management or the board. Did the market overreact and dump this hidden opportunity too quickly? The committee did recommend measures to improve internal governance, but overall, there was no sign of malicious activity. That's important because it clears a major cloud hanging over the company and sets the stage for what could be a massive turnaround. The market often overreacts to bad news, especially when there are allegations of fraud. Investors panic and stocks get hammered even when the core business remains intact. Let's look at valuation. SMCI currently trades at a PE ratio of 9.5x. Compare that to Dell, which is at 17.6x. Why is SMCI trading at nearly half the valuation of its competitors? Despite impressive growth, this creates a huge value opportunity. Even though there are risks involved, for those willing to take them, this could mean significant upside potential. Stick around as I show you why this valuation gap is such a big deal. Financial results, strong growth amid uncertainty. Let's talk about the numbers because this is where things get really exciting. Despite all the noise, SMCI reported preliminary Q1 revenue of $5.9 to $6 billion, which is an astonishing 181% growth year over year. Let that sink in for a second. This is one of their strongest growth periods ever, driven primarily by high demand for AI infrastructure solutions. Non-GAAP earnings for Q1 were between 75 cents and 76 cents per share, up 122% from last year. Gross margin improved to 13.3%, up from 11.3% last quarter. This is largely due to a better mix of products and more efficient manufacturing processes, especially with direct liquid cooling AI GPU clusters gaining traction. SMCI has a strong balance sheet with enough liquidity to cover debts 2.3 times over. Compared to Dell's debt coverage of just 47%, SMCI is in a much more favorable position in terms of financial health. These numbers show us the resilience and operational strength of SMCI despite the external challenges. Now let's move on to what makes Supermicro such an attractive investment going forward. Unlike Dell, which has its revenue spread across different sectors, with AI accounting for only 6% of its revenue, SMCI is all in on AI infrastructure. What happens when a company bets everything on the biggest growth wave of the century? This focus makes SMCI a pure play on the growing AI market, and when AI grows, SMCI grows. Supermicro is betting big on next generation AI hardware, particularly liquid cooling, which is key for high performance servers as it's more efficient, cost effective, and quieter than air cooling. Supermicro recently deployed the world's largest AI supercluster with 100,000 NVIDIA GPUs, setting them apart from the competition and positioning them as a leader in the AI space. With data centers shifting to liquid-cooled systems, SMCI is poised to capitalize on this trend and drive significant revenue growth. The next logical question is, what does all this mean for SMCI's stock price? Is a 3x growth potential just a pipe dream, or is it backed by solid numbers and logic? Given the current valuation, the potential for a 3x return is very real if SMCI can continue to execute and the AI market grows as expected. The AI market is projected to grow at 10 to 15% annually through 2027, and SMCI is positioned right at the heart of this explosion. Fraud allegations as a catalyst for efficiency. Now you might be wondering, won't the allegations and uncertainties hold SMCI back? What if I told you the scrutiny itself might actually make SMCI stronger? Here's why these allegations might actually be a catalyst for efficiency. Often, companies facing scrutiny adopt more disciplined financial practices. With governance improvements underway and increased attention from stakeholders, SMCI might come out of this stronger than before. Greater oversight means better financial practices, increased transparency, and ultimately more confidence from the market. Why? The fraud allegations have created an opportunity to buy in at a lower valuation, and the potential rewards far outweigh the risks if you believe in the AI growth narrative. Supermicro is at the cutting edge of AI infrastructure, a market that's expected to explode. Think about it. Their focused approach to providing high-performance, scalable AI infrastructure gives them a unique advantage in capturing market share from broader players like Dell and HP, who may be slower to pivot fully to AI. Conclusion: high risk, high reward. So what's the bottom line? Could this really be a 3x opportunity or just smoke and mirrors? Remember, all investments carry risks, and this content is not financial advice. Do your own research or consult a financial professional. The AI infrastructure market is heating up, and Supermicro is positioned to benefit immensely. For those willing to embrace a bit of risk, SMCI might just be the opportunity of 2025. If you enjoyed this analysis, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more insights, and comment below with your thoughts on SMCI. Do you think this stock could really 3x? Let's get the conversation started.